In this tutorial, we'll begin to explore the available delivery and shipping options available to Infigo users. We'll take a general look at the general delivery settings, defining delivery methods, inputting delivery restrictions, and delivery computation. Infigo have numerous plugins available linking to global delivery and shipping companies. We will briefly discuss those available plugins during this tutorial. However, they will be covered in their own dedicated areas and sections. So to begin with, we're going to navigate to our delivery settings. So I could get to it through our list down here. However, sometimes it's easier just to start typing the area that you want in this search menu here. So I'll go for delivery and I can access our delivery settings. So these general delivery settings are used to define information which sit outside of other more specific delivery sections. Information you can define in here includes things such as the delivery origin details, so you can specify where your delivery is actually being shipped from, and whether or not you want to sort of trigger a free delivery price. So for example, if you want free delivery over a certain value of order, you can specify that in here as well. So there's other options in here as well, such as estimated delivery and any delivery restrictions, which are set up in a different tab. Once you've made the changes you want to those settings, you just click on Save, and then we'll navigate to our delivery methods. So, delivery methods is the user-facing side of how Infigo handles delivery. When a customer is in the delivery method stage of checkout, they're going to choose one of the methods that are configured within this screen here, and the cost of the delivery will be handled by the delivery rate computation configuration against this delivery method. As delivery methods do not handle any of the calculations themselves, and are simply what the customer will see in the checkout, they're going to be fairly simple to configure. So first class and second class delivery methods are predefined on all of the Infigo storefronts. These are controlled from a platform level and cannot be amended or deleted by the storefront administrator. However, a storefront administrator does have the ability to define additional delivery methods. So if I go to Add New on the top left corner, that will bring me to a new screen, which is allowing me to define a new delivery method. And as we mentioned in that introduction there, it's very basic. It's just defining what that delivery method is going to be, and all of the calculation behind that delivery method will be done elsewhere. So if I put something very creative, like my first delivery method, I can enter a description if I wish to do so, and I can control the display order. Now we've seen that numerous times in other locations, it's just where it appears in the list of similar options. So if we're looking at a list of our delivery options on the storefront, we can control where that appears in the list. I'll save that, and that's our delivery method defined. That's about it, to be honest. Next, we're going to navigate to delivery restrictions. So this section allows a storefront administrator to define any limitations with any of your shipping methods. This is to ensure that customers are only able to access delivery options that are relevant to them and to their locations. So, for example, if I go to Add New Record and specify something in here, I'm just going to make it delivery restrictions. You can have numerous sets of delivery restrictions. However, we'll just create one for now and insert. We can define some additional details by clicking the configuration button. And this is allowing us to further define delivery restrictions. So it could be an offset. So we can set a delivery offset where this is the amount of days required for delivery after the status is set to shipped elsewhere in Infigo. Or we can skip particular days. So selected days are ignored when calculating the execution time offset. So for example, if we want to say it's 3-day standard delivery and we don't want to include Saturdays and Sundays within that 3 days, so it's working days only, then we can select it like this. We also have the ability to utilize calendars that we've defined within our storefront. We won't be covering that in this particular tutorial, but if you have defined a calendar elsewhere, you can utilize it for this purpose. And this is, for example, if you've got certain days within your calendar month or a specific month where your printing capability is not going to be available. So let's say the machine is being serviced, for example. You could set up a calendar which shows you that information and then select that here, and it will include that when it's calculating the delivery offset. So I'll hit save on there as well. We've also got the ability to apply country restrictions. So that's this tab here. So this screen just allows us to select the countries in which a particular method is not available. So we're going to leave first and second class alone as they're controlled from a storefront level. However, with our own modified or specified delivery method, I can choose the countries where that is not available. So let's say, for example, that particular method is not available in North America. I could say United States and Canada. Save that, and then that method won't appear to those particular users. Okay, finally we're going to go to shipping computation or delivery computation. So from this screen, administrators can define or calculate costs of delivery along with defining the methods available to their customers. The methods displayed are a mixture of those contained fully within Infigo. So this is things such as fixed rate shipping and shipping by weight. These are set up completely within Infigo and calculated within Infigo. And there's also a lot of options in here which are linked to external services via available plugins. And the primary example of that is our EasyPost plugin. Now this particular tutorial will focus on the methods that are internal to Infigo. So what I'm going to do is locate fixed rate shipping because that's nice and simple, and I'm going to hit configure. And what you can see here is that administrators can define shipping costs which are fixed in value. So our specified shipping methods are all listed, and then we have a fixed rate for each of those shipping methods. If I want to update those values, I can just hit edit, change the value, and update. Next, we'll explore the shipping by weight option. It's crucial to remember that before we do utilize this methodology, that all of our relevant products do have weights assigned to them. Otherwise, it won't accurately be able to calculate the total order weight and will not really effectively be able to utilize this delivery method. And the method for doing that is contained in other tutorial videos. So for simplicity, we're first going to deactivate the fixed rate shipping method. So we're going to make it so that we can't choose fixed rate shipping and it's going to be just shipping by weight. We do this by going to the relevant line, and then over on the right hand side we have edit. That just gives the ability to choose whether a particular option is active or not, and then update. And I'm going to do the same on shipping by weight. So I'll enable that one. So now let's configure the shipping by weight method. So I'll just go to the configure option next to the relevant line. So the shipping by weight option allows you to set weight tiers based on each country on your storefront. This means that if a customer is ordering a particularly heavy order line, you could restrict them to only having certain methods available, and you could charge them different costs for different weight tiers. So that this page comes in two parts. The top is a table of existing weight tiers, which we've defined, and then we have a series of fields underneath it which allow us to define a new entry into this table. So the information it's looking for, we can specify a country if necessary, or you can just leave it as the default asterisk, which will leave it as applying to all countries. You select the delivery method that you want to apply this against, so we can set this against the one we've just made, for example. Then we specify a weight from and a weight to, so if it sits between these two values, it will be a certain charge. So if we go from 0 to, let's say, 10 kilos, that would be, let's say, £8 in the charge amount. You also have the ability to charge the delivery fee as a percentage of the total order cost as well, and we'll do that on one of our other tiers. So I can add that record. You see that adds a line for me with all that information detailed, and I can edit it if I wish to do so. So I'm going to define two more records in here. One is going to be a delivery charge of £12, and that's if it's between 10 kilos and 20 kilos. Again, applied to the same delivery method. And then finally we'll do one which is a percentage. And that's going to be still the same delivery method. It's going to be if it's above 20 kilograms. So we'll go with 20 kilograms. We'll put a really large number in there for the maximum. And then instead of putting a charge amount, I can put in a percentage and then a percentage value. Okay, we also have an option further down underneath these definitions which allows us to limit delivery options to configured ones. So this option ensures that only the delivery options defined by records on the shipping to weight page will be utilized. So it's up to us whether we check that and then save.